They said high schools were supposed to be safe places, but that day, it became a battlefield. It all began on a rainy Tuesday morning when Mr. Cole Anders, a quiet single dad and Marine veteran, dropped his teenage daughter off at Riverstone High. He noticed a new young teacher, Ms. Lily Harper, barely 24, carrying a stack of books and an anxious smile that hid behind her glasses. She had that spark of kindness, the kind that made every student feel seen. But behind that smile, there was fear. Fear of something brewing in that school's hallways. Cole had seen fear before. In war zones, in combat, in faces of men who had lost everything. He recognized it instantly, and he didn't know that in a few days, that same young teacher's life would depend on him. Ms. Harper had recently taken over the senior literature class. Her passion for teaching made her popular among the quiet students, but it also made her a target for a group of notorious bullies led by Dylan Cross, the spoiled son of the school's biggest donor. Dylan didn't like being corrected, especially not in front of others. When Lily caught him cheating and reported it, his father's money couldn't erase the humiliation he felt. And humiliation turned into hate. It started small, notes on her car, whispers in the hall, pranks during class. But it quickly escalated. One afternoon, as she stayed late grading papers, they cornered her in the hallway. There were no teachers around. The cameras mysteriously malfunctioned. What happened next left her fighting for her life. When the janitor found her, unconscious and battered near the stairwell, the entire town froze. The young teacher who wanted to inspire hope was now in a coma. And the school, silent. The administration covered it up, claiming it was an accident. The bullies were suspended for a week and sent home like nothing happened. But one man didn't buy it. Cole Anders. He wasn't just a single dad. He was a man who'd buried friends overseas, a man who knew injustice when he saw it. His daughter, Emma, was one of Ms. Harper's students. She adored her teacher. When she found out the truth from another terrified student, she ran home in tears. Dad, she sobbed, they hurt her. They hurt her, and no one's doing anything. That night, Cole's war instincts returned. He didn't wear a uniform anymore, but once a protector, always a protector. He started digging, talking to witnesses, reviewing the school's hidden camera angles. He hacked into the publicly available security feeds. What he found was undeniable: footage of Dylan and his friends attacking Lily. Kicking, laughing, recording it. He turned the evidence over to the police, but Dylan's father's money reached deep. The officers looked the other way. The school board dismissed it. The principal told Cole to stay out of it for his daughter's sake. That was the wrong thing to say. When the system failed, Cole didn't. He took the story to the local news, forcing it into the spotlight. The video went viral overnight. Millions of people demanded justice for Lily Harper. But the attention did something no one expected: it reached her mother. Margaret Harper, a retired federal prosecutor, was a woman of steel and silence. She arrived at the hospital the next day, holding her daughter's fragile hand. She didn't cry. She didn't shout. She just whispered, "They took your light, sweetheart, now I'll burn down the darkness." And she did. Margaret sued the school, the district, and the donor's entire family. She brought in every journalist, every parent, every voice willing to fight. She uncovered years of corruption, teachers silenced, students bullied into submission, cameras turned off at convenient times. Within a month, the principal was fired. The superintendent resigned. Dylan's father was arrested for bribery and obstruction of justice. Meanwhile, Cole stayed by Lily's side. He visited her every day, reading aloud from her favorite books. He didn't know if she could hear him, until one morning, as he read To Kill a Mockingbird, her hand twitched. Then her eyes opened. The moment she woke up, the first thing she whispered was, "Emma, is she safe?" Cole smiled through tears. "She's fine. Because of you." Lily's recovery was long, but she wasn't alone anymore. The community, once silent, rallied behind her. Students painted murals in her honor. The school was rebuilt under new leadership, this time, with zero tolerance for bullying or corruption. And at the reopening ceremony, Cole stood beside her, proud and humbled. When asked what justice meant to her now, Lily said softly, "It's not revenge. It's making sure no one ever feels powerless again." Cole looked at her then, not as the woman he once saved, but as the light that saved him too. So if you're watching this story, remember, heroes don't always wear uniforms. Sometimes, they're single dads who refuse to walk away, and mothers who turn pain into purpose.